Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing great. In today's video, I'll be showing you how you can do a nice base makeup look. I like to do my base makeup in this way when I'm going in for a very nice glam makeup look. So this is a kind of how I like to do my base sort of a video. I just hope that you will find some tips and techniques that you can use in your real life, okay? And this particular base makeup will look really good in real life as well. It's not something that will only look good in camera, but also in real life it will look really nice, but it will look like that you have applied makeup. So now, without any further ado, let's begin with the tutorial. But before that, if this is the first time you're visiting me, please make sure to subscribe to my channel and also hit the notification bell. I will leave my Instagram handle on the screen. You can follow me there as well. There we can connect a bit more in person. So yeah, now without any further ado, let's begin. So yeah, now let's start with the actual content. Step number one, I have washed my face. I always love to start my base makeup with a fresh and clean canvas. That's why I always make it a point to wash my face before starting my makeup. No matter what, I wash my face and then start with my makeup routine. The next step is to apply a rose water. Now, why am I doing this is I'm going to apply a moisturizer and a hyaluronic acid based under eye serum. So if you are applying anything that's going to moisturize your skin, make sure to apply it on your damp skin. It's a skincare rule. So I have washed my face and it's dry. It's like dry now. So I'm going to dampen my skin using a rose water. So let me just spritz it. Now my skin is damp right now. I'm going to apply an under eye serum because you can see my under eyes have a little bit of fine lines and all that. I'm using this serum to see whether my fine lines are getting vanished or not. So I'm going to apply it underneath my eyes because since it is winter, chances are higher that your skin is going to get very dry, and especially around your eyes there are no oil glands or anything like that, okay? So it's always preferable to hydrate your under eyes before starting with makeup. You can use same moisturizer. Since I have fine lines, I'm using a separate like hyaluronic acid based serum. With whatever left, I'm going to apply it on the corners of my nose. These are the areas where my skin usually gets dry, okay? So I'm gonna let this serum sit in. And next step, I'll be using a moisturizer, and you guys know the drill. If your hyaluronic acid serum is little sticky, it's time to use a moisturizer. And I'll be using this Ishwaryam Goodness Cucu and Aloe lotion. It's something that I really love. It's perfect for a combination skin girl like me. It's somewhere between cream and gel, very lightweight yet very hydrating. This is what I would want from a cream, okay? So I'm going to apply it nicely and then massage it into my skin. You can pat or massage based on your skin care technique. I am going to massage it. I like the feeling of massaging, so I do it. So the moisturizer got blended and I'm going to let it sit for about 5 minutes so that the moisturizer that is sitting on my skin will get absorbed into my skin, okay? It's very important to actually wait for your skincare to kind of get absorbed into your skin. Like I personally feel if I don't wait till my moisturizer gets absorbed, my moisturizer is gonna get mixed with the primer, setting mist, foundation and all that, and it will kind of form a very gooey sort of a sticky mixture which I will feel on top of my skin. On top of my makeup actually, which is not something I really like. So I always make it a point to let my skincare seep in and then start with my makeup. So I'm going to let it sit for about around 5 minutes for sure, and then start with my makeup. So my moisturizer got absorbed. Next step, I'll be using a setting spray from Swiss Beauty. Now this is my favorite. This is my second bottle actually, so I really love it. The reason is it gives a nice natural finish. I don't like matte finish and I don't like dewy finish as well. I like to be in between. Like I like my skin to look natural, like the actual natural finish. I like it so much. It actually gives such feel, okay? Now, once I've done my skincare, I will set my skincare with this setting mist and then I will that will make my skin ready for makeup. Okay, it will provide, this setting mist actually provides a nice stickiness to your skin, which actually makes your foundation adhere really well. So, and also it sets my skincare so that my skincare and makeup doesn't mix up or nothing like that actually happens. So I really like to set my skincare with a setting mist and then move in with the makeup. Okay, this is what I'm speaking about. Can you see that it's little sticky? You know, on top of this, foundation will sit really well. And now it's an optional step. I used to not do this step because I did not have much pores and fine lines and all that previously, but now that I have developed some fine lines underneath my eyes and also got some pores over here a little bit as I age, it actually came. It's a very natural process. Okay, so I'm going to use a primer that is blurring. Okay, I'm going to use this Inside Cosmetics Prime and Perfect Hydrating Primer. I usually use a silicone based primer since the weather is little wintry. I mean, in Chennai it's actually not winter. Okay, you have got only two seasons. One is heavy summer and another is light summer, and we are in the light summer phase of things. Okay, but you know, my skin is little drier in this season. Okay, so I'm going to use a hydrating primer. I mean, I got this primer as a testing base. Like, I was eyeing on this primer for so long, so I got it to check out my birthday month gift from Nykaa, but I'm really liking it. I may buy a bigger version of this, like a bigger pack of this. Okay, I'm gonna take this much, and I'm mainly focusing underneath my eyes. That's where my fine lines are there. On my nose, that's where blackheads and whiteheads are there. We need to blur them as well. And here, that's where my pores are there. Okay, little bit on my forehead because I do this a lot, so we need some blurring effect there also. So I'm going to gently massage it, and you need not do this mistake of massaging it heavily because these primers have silicone in it, and your skincare and it kind of you know, pill up if you vigorously massage it. Okay, make sure to massage it gently, and while you're massaging it, kind of press it a bit and massage so that your pores will get filled with the primer. That's the motto of using a primer, a blurring primer. Kind of press and massage. Okay, and once you apply your primer, let it sit for about 2 to 3 minutes. It will sink in, and then you can start with your makeup. So now the primer is set on my skin really well. Now it's time to take care of the pigmentation and all that. So let's start with our orange corrector. I have uploaded a full video on how to use orange corrector. You can actually check out that video. I'll be dotting this orange corrector wherever I have my hyperpigmentation. Okay, that's mainly my under eyes, especially like my inner corner. It's the darkest area, and also I have some dark patches here and there on and around my nose. I'll be using it here also. And then here I have my dark spots there, and here a bit, here a bit, over here a bit. If you are someone who has got facial hair, I'm pretty much sure that over here there will be this little darkish cast, so you can use a bit more orange corrector to neutralize the blackness. Okay, I'm going to blend this orange corrector using my finger. I like to blend my orange correctors using my finger. I mean, the warmth of your finger will blend in the pigmentation, I mean blend in the orange pigment really well. And also you need not, you know, dedicate a separate brush for this orange pigment. So that's why I like to blend my orange corrector with my fingers. Okay, now that the orange corrector has blended in very beautifully, I mean, orange corrector, I blended it. Okay, Nextly, I'll be using a foundation. This is Nykaa All Day Matte Foundation in shade 15 Chestnut. Now, as I already told, I like natural finish foundations. This says it's a matte foundation, but it's a natural finish foundation, okay? So that's the reason I'll be using this. I'm gonna take, like, I'm not going to kind of cake up my face with 3 or 4 pumps of foundation and all. I'll be only using 1 to maximum 1.5 pump, okay? So not caking up my face. That's a clear no, okay? So I'm taking 1 pump on the back of my finger. So first let's work with this. If at all I need more, I would take half a pump more of my foundation. I'm going to warm it a bit, okay? It's sort of a thick foundation, so I'm going to warm it a bit and then dot it all over my face. Little bit underneath my eyes. And I'll be taking half a pump more. As I said, I like to do it 1 to 1.5 pump. I think my outer perimeter needs half a pump, so I'm going to take just a bit. That's all, only this much. It's like half a pump, and I'll be dotting it over here. Don't use a lot of foundation over this area of your face because it will look little cakey if you do that, okay? So yeah. Now the reason why I dot before blending my foundation is that if you are like picking your foundation with your brush, you may apply a lot of foundation on one side and you may apply very little foundation on the other side. But if you evenly distribute it and blend it out, your entire face will have even layer of foundation. That's why I always like to dot my foundation evenly and then blend it. And to blend in this foundation, I'll be using a flat top brush. This is what I love. This is from Mars Tools of Titans. It's their 8 set brush now. It's very affordable, very useful brush set. If you are a beginner, do get it. This is something I really love to blend my foundation. And then this is from Swiss Beauty. This is also a really good brush. You know, this has got the most right density than this. Actually, this is my most favorite, but I like this too. Today I'll be using this one, okay? So yeah, I'll be blending my foundation with this. Don't drag your foundation. I'm going to gently pat and blend my foundation. I'm not going to drag. Sometimes I do that, but the right technique is to pat and blend, okay? Make sure to kind of apply and blend your foundation here too. If not, then your base will look little darker over here. That's the worst mistake that you can do, which I have also done. So yeah. And once you actually evenly blend your foundation on your face, take your brush and then blend it towards your jawline, towards your ears, and towards your hairline to kind of clear out any demarcations that you have. You can also apply your foundation on your neck and on your ears if at all you wish, but I don't really care about the color differences that comes between my ears and my face and my neck. Like, I really don't care about it, but if you do, then you can surely apply your foundation on your ears and neck. But on my ears, I mean, the cleaning process of makeup will become very difficult, so I'm not gonna do it, okay? But if you can, of course, do it if you want. And nextly, I'll be using a highlighting concealer. Now this actually is something that's optional, okay? If at all I'm doing a glam makeup look, I would do this. If not, I would just simply let my face be like this, okay? And sometimes instead of using an highlighting concealer, I do use a banana powder, which actually gives you a bit of highlighting effect underneath your eyes. That's something that I really like. So yeah, now what I'm going to do is apply a dot over here towards the inner corner and or here. Okay, I don't kind of highlight around my mouth or here and all, because I'm someone, I don't really remove my facial hair frequently. So I have facial hair now also a bit. If at all I apply a highlighting concealer over here, it will emphasize those facial hair, which is not something I really like. Okay, so that's the reason I only apply over here. And another reason is, when I turn like this, you can see that my face is little protruding over here and little bit towards inside over this part. Okay, so when I highlight this area, it kind of balances out my face. I hope you understand. So I just apply my concealer over here. Now it's time to blend. I'm going to use a brush. I'm going to use a concealer brush for this. This is pack 272 concealer brush. I'll be blending this out. So I have blended my concealer. Now it's time to powder my face. I'll be using a loose powder. This is from Dazzler. This is my favorite loose powder. This is in the shade Coffee, a perfect match for my skin tone. So I really like to use this. I really like, I mean, you can see how much I've used, only little bit left. I only use this powder whenever I do my base makeup. This is a very finely milled powder which has got very sheer coverage. I mean, I've already given the coverage that is needed through my base, I mean liquid product, so I don't need any coverage from my powder. So I'm using a powder that is low on coverage. But if you like to add some more coverage through your powder, you can go for something like sugar powder or Maybelline Fit Me powder. You can go for it. Okay, I'll be using a very small brush. This is from Sugar. It's their highlighter brush 006. Okay, I'll be using this to set underneath my eyes. Like I'm someone, I really don't like the powder puff trend. I don't think that's a technique that's working for me. So I will coat this brush evenly with powder and then look up, see whether I have any under eye creases or not. If at all I have, I would blend it again. And then apply this powder. Okay. This way of setting my under eyes actually works well for me, so I kind of follow it. Then I'll be taking a powder brush, which is our conventional powder brush. Then I'll be using the same powder to set my entire face. I'm used to setting my entire face, so I'll be doing it. And nextly, it's time for blush. I'm going to use, I'm not a blush person or a bronzer person or a highlighter person. Most of the times I just leave it like that. But a blush or a contour would add an extra oomph to your makeup. So if you want, if you have time or if you have the energy, you can use it or else skip it. I'll be using this blush from Blue Heaven. It's their 506. I like this color on my skin tone. So I'm going to pick it and apply it on my cheeks. I don't like that lifted effect and all. I like to apply it on the apples of my cheeks so that it gives a nice fuller cheeks effect. So yeah, I apply here and then here. Like if you don't set your face with powder before applying blush, then the blush would adhere to the foundation. Like there is a cream or a liquid base, so the powder will adhere to it very, very intensely and you may not be able to blend it very evenly. So I like to, that's another reason why I like to powder before applying blush or contour. And I also like to apply a bit on my nose so that it looks rounded. little bit over here. It won't look very obvious, and little bit here. This way I feel that my blush looks cohesive. Okay, and next up we are going to use a bronzer. Okay, for bronzer I'm using this Rimmel London Natural Bronzer in the shade 004 Sundown. For this I'll be taking, and for this I'm going to take a more stiffer brush because I want concentrated application for this. To do a bronzer sort of a thing, like bronzer plus contour. Okay, I'll be starting from here. Okay, and then do this. It kind of gets placed nicely, and then blend it. While blending it, I'll be taking till here. Okay, that's the way I like to bronzer my face. And then I'll be taking only little bit, and I'm going to kind of bronzer my nose as well. I'll be connecting it with my eyebrow bone. Okay, and next step is a really important step that I never really skip it. I'm going to take a nice fluffy brush and take a little bit of powder on it and apply it all over my face again. And once you are done with it, it's time to lock in everything. And also my skin has started feeling little dry also because of all the powdering work I have done. So it's time to hydrate and set in. Okay, for that I'll be using this setting mist from Swiss Beauty. It's the setting mist that I used to prime my face as well. And yeah, once my setting mist dried, this is how my face actually looks. A nice natural finish, a nice natural finish base. I really love the way, I mean, I really love this way of doing my base. And last and final step, I'm going to take the same powder dusting brush and then dust little bit of powder here, because we have got that little bit of dewy and natural finish all over our face. So if at all the same finish is seen over here, your face may look a bit dull and oilier. So to actually neutralize it, I'm applying a little bit of powder over this area so that this area alone gets mattified and you may not look oily or greasy. Okay, and yeah, with that we have come to an end of this video. I really hope that you found it useful and very informative. Let me know if you have any suggestions or improvement tips for me for my base makeup in the comments. I will meet you all in my next video. Till then, take care. Bye.